Yeah, I'm cold. I'm just so cold. I need to have my own little heater, I guess. All right. All right, turn to page 7 of the prayer book, please. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme sides, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, a flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart to tip of his fresh, pure white, he curd-like cloud. O Lobsang Drakpa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Feel for my mind of faith, your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light, perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and in vision, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Lobsang Drakpa's essential teaching specially shine forever. Mig med se wei te chen chen rei sig dri me kem pei wang po jang pel yang du pung ma lu zhong se san wei dak gam chen ke pe su gen song ka pa Lobsang Drakpa zabla so wadeb. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seed of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seed of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seed of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of the lineage trained who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra, the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra, the perfection of wisdom, is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate paragate parasomgate bodhi soha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken of the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the hosts of the three places, Dakinis, Akasamara. Tayata om gate gate paragate samgate bodhi soha. Through the power of truth of the exalted three-jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the four maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante kuriye soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive in perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Saji Perki Jushin Meta Tramri Rabling Ji Nidegem Padi Sange Jindu Meteua Gidrukunanda Jingmacho Parsho Jesum Lama Dampagenam Kiche ki Charpawatu so Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami Chongda Songi Chomna La Jaju Jaju Kapsuchi Dagi Chonyen Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penchi Sange Drupa Sho Tongi Chomna La Jaju Pardu Gabdu Kapsuchi Dagi Chonyen Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penchi Sange Drupa Sho Chongde Songi Chomna La Jagju Pardu Dagdu Kapsuchi Dagi Chonyen Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penchi Sange Drupa Sho
Good morning, everyone. How are you today? How's the weather outside? It's cold? Good.
Better than yesterday.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's very cold.
Wow.
To me it wasn't. I don't know about everybody else.
Okay, that's good. Anyway, hi Andy, how are you? Good, you brought some kids?
Yes.
Oh, this is your school?
Yes, good school.
Oh, welcome kids. You guys, college, right?
High school.
High school, okay.
But we studied Shantideva a little bit.
Oh, perfect. I think the kids the luckiest person to the teacher at the end. He has so many ideas. He's a very smart guy. It's wonderful. Usually we have kids come in, then someone takes some tours, explains, but maybe today maybe no one did. You did?
Little.
You did a little bit. Yeah. Usually they have some kids come in, then they come before, then they explain, take tours, they talk. It's okay anyway. Now I have to talk. Firstly, I think for the kids, as look at your all different countries, right? It's wonderful. And even you believe or not, religion, it doesn't matter, right? Some people believe in religion, some people not believe religion. Some people use their religion as a very good practice, their daily life. Also they become very happy, person. Some people take their religions very wrong directions. They always use the excuse for religion, then cause for harm others. This is not come from religion, this is come from the person, how they use. Right? Are you guys believe that? Like His Holiness Lama always say, it's very important to respect for all the religions. Also we do have so many different kind of religions. We do need that. Because he gave example last couple of years in Washington DC. Likewise, we went to go to the supermarket. We need to so many things to find a choice, right? Some people like to, like example, milk. How many types of milk? Right? Whole milk, organic, 2%, 1%, then they have 0%, right? If they're only 0%, then a lot of people doesn't get the milk, right? They have only maybe organic. Also, a lot of people cannot get milk. Therefore, that Renown, especially the doctor's notes are too very scary, I say, oh, you have to cut out the whole milk, blah, 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 then we are very scary, But, we do have different ideas, different beliefs. Disposition. Therefore, we cannot accept same thing all the time. Right? Therefore, we have so many choices, then we can go to everywhere, very free, right? Like that, His Holiness Dalai Lama said. It's very important we need to so many different religions, because people can choose what they want, what they like. Also, we cannot say that only one religion, my religion is best. It's not true. Maybe it's best for you, but another person not best. Like example, do you guys know momok? Tibetan food, momok? Maybe you have not much idea. Dumplings. I think that Tibetan people love the dumplings. That's the best food. It's not like we go to the China store, buy the things, They're not really delicious. It's their homemade, it's really delicious. Anyway, we say, Momo's best food. Everyone says, go to Momo, eat Momo, eat Momo, eat Momo. Some people don't like that. The reason is because I like then ask to people to do that. It's not correct. Example, His Holiness example, we cannot say that one religion is best. It may be best for you, then it's not best for everyone. Therefore, we can respect for all religions. What do you follow religion or not, up to you. If you believe religion or not, it's up to you. It doesn't matter. It's, sometimes, you can see, the old times also a lot of problems start from religions, right? Even when not all problems start from religions. This is, the people use wrong direction. Then my religion, me, my religion. They were not like that. We just respect. If you follow, okay. If not follow, it's okay. But you can take some, some advice from all different religions. If something can benefit you, something can help for you, you study your mind or your thinking, it's good. You can take some from here, some from here, some here, put together. We can buy the onion here, tomatoes here, then all different kind of food, we put together the delicious food. You eat only onion, not good. Therefore, if you know how you practice religion, you don't have to be a religious person. You can check piece, every religion. You can put together, you can practice that. That's, what do you think is? Not a good idea? Okay. This is just basically one. If you're a religion person, you can follow your own religion or whatever you follow. That's good. That's good for you. And I'm saying this is your religion person. Otherwise, I'm not you're not a religion person. That you can take the piece of different religions. If you think it's good, if you think it's not good, don't take, okay? If you're a religion person, it's good for you. His Holiness Dalai Lama always say, if it's good to your own religion, keep your own religion. What kind of religion are you? It's better for you. That's very makes sense. In other words, one day you're confused. Like that. If you're a religion person, you can do your own religion, keep follow that, good. But you can study other religions. You can learn other religions. If you think they have something benefit, you can put into practice. Okay? Is it better? Okay, sometimes we have to clear there was some misunderstanding. One thing, my English is very good. My English is very high level English. Maybe you guys doesn't understand. Right? That English has also different levels, right? Like Tibetan, the very high levels they talk, you couldn't understand, really. Therefore, my English is most scholar. English, you guys doesn't understand. No, my English is the worst English. Therefore, you don't understand. Then secondly, how I explain, then they go wrong direction. Then say, what are you talking about that? Okay? Like then, anyway, I'm very happy to also especially see that the kids, to, I believe, you are coming here, it shows you are very great kids. Maybe that's not good reason, because you come here. No. Because the reason is you follow your teacher. Because you follow your teacher's advice or idea, what he or she wish, you follow that. I said 99% the teachers, 100% dedicate their life or dedicate for the students. They want a good student, they want a student very successful, very good study, very good grade, they always. 99%, maybe 1%, maybe not. Sometimes we have so many excuses, right? There will be only 1%. Like our parents. 99% their parents also try to best there. Maybe 1% because they're delusions. They're not intentionally, but their delusions make sometimes difficult between parents and students, kids, right? Like that. Therefore, like you guys, follow your teacher's advice. They say, okay, maybe we start there. Maybe we go to the place to the teaching that place. Maybe we can learn something, or maybe we can see different things. Therefore, it's very wonderful, very happy. Then, you guys just beginning flower, right? You are the beautiful flower. But the good condition weather, not too cold, not too hot. How you call it? Grow. All the seeds there, you become very beautiful flower, depends on you now. Maybe 30, 40, maybe we can count today from maybe 30, 40, 50 years. You guys become leader of the world. In order to that, you need to be very good study, very great person, like sometimes the schools give to for special, labra kaji chigdo. Labra po ya bu tre yawa ina, te ya sen ya, ani labra po so graduate kamla ya, po te samto she chigdo was. Te ya kaji mi ya bu che de pe nenga chamurdo was.
So sometime, when the students do very good in the school, then they will be given opportunity to speak, like during the graduation or sometime, tell them their experience about how they were raised up, how they study and so forth. So when the students do good, they can be very helpful to others also. So since you are studying now, it's very important that you study well, and secondly, it's very important to be a good-hearted person. So right now you are studying, you're doing very good, but you're also very close to going on a bad direction. And I'm not saying that you are going to go in a bad direction, but very close, if you don't have a good heart. So it's not only for you, for anybody, any of us, right? So it's very easy for us to follow the wrong direction. And so you are doing, of course, your best, but it's always important to be conscientious and, follow the right path. And so sometimes, when you are told so many times by your teachers or parents to do this, then you get a little bit frustrated or agitated. I'm not sure about the system here in this country, but in Tibet or in India, the parents always tell children, not do this, don't do this, do that, do this, do that. So always telling them. So all the time, the children, most of the time, the children feel frustrated, with the parents. That, again, she's talking about that, like that.
쇼치니 되다나 파마다 계속 가서 가다는 가서 제가 치르는 랍도
So one way, like, it becomes kind of a condition for frustration, but on the other hand, they are telling this to us, because they love us, they care about us.
Right? 가서 배에 담벨 빼줘라. 먹기로 자시와나 라베 되는 거 생각하시
So it is saying, there is a saying in Tibetan that we always need advice. We always need somebody to tell us something. Even if you're 80 years old, you still need advice.
그러와 가지 먹기로 자시와이바나 알레 되잖아가 고 따지가로 소소 뒤조지다 밑에 가고 지금 말 telle야 야 보면 삼사이 고스 간도 샘나지 뒤사이 고스.
And so somebody you always need there, somebody to respect and look up to, or to think that, oh, if I do these wrong things, they will not think good about me like that.
근데 가서 샘 찍으려 소소 되니 고 땡땡 고 뭐가 레셔 때문에 이러면서 지 삼삼 간주면 용도 왔어.
What I said.
지금 못 사세요. 고도 왔어.
So we need that sense of embarrassment, that thinking that, oh, I should behave in a correct way. Otherwise, what will other things about me? What will others think about me like that?
어떻게 다 지나서 내가 집에 먹어봐. 지나서 라발라 단다 먹어봐. 다 로잘 갑래야 담블이 간데 용 주스 라발이 열서 봐. 가서 가루 제가 랩서로 왔어.
So you youngsters, it's in your hand now what is going to be in the future. What is going to be like in the future in this world. Because how you do, how you modify, depends on that. So most of us here, the older people, we are already, we have already lived, and that will not make much difference. But it's all in your youngsters' hands.
It not means we are old, okay? We already grow. We already graduate. Today me abuja Michigan Zambali Java Michigan Zambali.
So if the person is good, even if just one person can make a big changes, right? Can make big change into the world. And also if there's only one bad person, that can also contribute a bad, very bad thing in the world. And so you're already doing very good, but still, since there's no limit to the goodness, that can be always better and better, and therefore you should do as best as you can.
Okay? 아니 저도 단다다 오늘 샤디데베기다 쇼주치 모델 로조치가서 빼면서 단데 빼면서 빼서 야보지 그랬는데 로조치기 이제 주념을 제고 말했어.
And especially, as you are studying the Guide to the Buddhisattva Way of Life, it's very good. This is one of the best text. And you don't have to be a religious person or Buddhist, particularly, in order to study this. This is helpful for anybody.
니나라 갈로는 아니 셈바 미셈바 야보도 간지 야지 당고 셈바 야보세데 간지레스. 섬로 간지를 셈바 야보라 그래스. 근데 야지 간지 당고 그래스. 대수주를 깨게 탑시 가르치고 그래스. 그래서
So this explains, how to be happy, how to avoid the sufferings, and how to have a good heart, how to have good thoughts and good hearts, and how can you develop those good hearts. This is what it explains. So in a religious term, like in the Buddhist religious term, we talk about bodhicitta. We say bodhicitta, but in other words, altruism. And so having a good heart about towards others.
Okay. That the same the kanji jegoyowa, kawatene jegoyowa, ruba kanji goyowa, the region and the
So this text explains how we can generate that altruism in our continuum, how we can generate that, what are the other factors we need in order to generate that.
Okay? And the nanzo machiwa songi, nanzo kiboba songi the kareres, sures, lo kanji, kanji was tinda.
And also it explains how to avoid suffering, right? So what creates the suffering? What makes us to have this suffering? And it explains about that also.
And then there are chapters,
so there are 10 chapters in this text, right?
And chapter 2 body tanang 대상 되셔야 돼요. 니나라 가르나 아니 또 공도세 되 예미송에서 공도 예미.
And so right now we're studying the 6th chapter, which is in a chapter on patience. It explains about the disadvantages of the anger or hatred.
단 네가 또 그러나 콘도세데 간지 제게와 콘도세데 제와는 저는 또 간지 레게와 대고 송 그래서.
So it explains how we generate anger and what happens if we generate anger.
그래서 콘도제는 지워가도 문도 와서 지워도 와서.
So, we don't feel happy when we're angry, right? Are we happy when we're angry? So not only us, even the people around us will not be happy if we are angry, right? And so if the parents are an angry person, right, angry towards the children, then children, doesn't get along with the parents also. Then they slowly separate from each other. And so even in the school, if the teacher is angry, right? So even if he doesn't say any or show anything, but I mean, just from his expression or behavior, you can see that he's angry, right? So then you become unhappy also. If the teacher is angry, then you become also unhappy.
Right? Is sometimes the end you show you guys a little angry? It's joking, It's okay.
Yeah, we're all, same human being, right? So, to have anger is pretty normal.
And the Canabena and the shoke Palamagachi Chetan Channel, so the Chetan, some Jewish Ramana, Laptanani, Gay Kandichi, Chamoto, Chicken, Bomaris, the way Pandosha is.
So, if the parents were angry, with you in the morning before you went to school, and then you carried that vibe of anger from your parents to school, and even if somebody were trying to be nice to you, that nice doesn't hit you, it just go by you, from the side.
It's true.
So this is our experience, right? So we are, no matter what kind of person we are, we all go through that kind of experience. That's, we can understand through our own experience. So this is something we can learn right now. Of course, achieving enlightenment is what our main goal is. I mean, the ultimate goal is, but that's very, very far away.
Right? It's a poor land. I don't know what's poor land.
Pure land.
Poor land.
Pure.
Poor. This my English is really bad, I taught you first, it doesn't work, the second be worst. Therefore, it's a poor land, Buddha Amitabha, play, we say something. We don't know where exactly, right? Where they play? Like this kind, attachment, angry, jealous, how they
So these kind of negative emotions, how they give us and how they give us these bad feelings. So by understanding how they give these kind of bad feelings to us, we should try to avoid them. Right? So here it is talking about mainly the anger, so how to be patient, and in order to be patient, you have to not get angry. You should not get angry. So that's what it's explaining about here.
But it is very difficult, right? Yeah. If the conditions come in, we just bump. Whatever happens, whatever that is difficult, right? In a day, you want to Nanju within Namjuko, Koran Kanchuma, the was.
And so normally we don't think about it. So whatever comes, we just go with that, go with the flow, right? If something makes us angry, then we become angry, just like that. That's how we're used to.
In a Tezu Suzuki chip, Takaro, Hakon chip, Kaya, Tapino China, the Kalikali take the one answer.
But if we understand that, right? If we understand the disadvantage, of the anger, and then slowly, and if we know the method, to avoid it, and then through practice we can avoid it eventually. So when something bad happens, or somebody says something bad or do something bad to us, we immediately get angry, right?
ngandu samla the kono sawaina tigati kangin charo ngandu that same the yours somewhere was.
So sometimes, most of the time we always feel that and if we become angry, that will solve the problem. So if we show anger, frustration, then we think that will solve the problem, but actually that worsens the condition. And so in this text it says that yes, you can get angry, but when the such conditions arise, then you should try to solve it without getting angry.
Okay? And
so we have to check whether it is possible to do that or not.
Okay? And then I don't choose a data, Luni don't appear and Sanji Jum de Desage, Tamzambi Pep, and that Congomas, that's called Labja Korangi, and the Yamle Kang, Shawadan Mata, Lapshavat.
So the Buddhism or Buddha's teaching, is a teaching taught by Buddha, Buddha Shakyamuni, who came about 2,500 years ago, and he gave a teaching. So the advice or the teaching that he gave is what we call Buddhism.
And Tea Korangi, Nengi Yam Yosmaka, Naraki, Yam Kamachuman is in a Kerangala Tewa Vegetation, Kenako Maris, Kerangi, Rangi Samotan, Redum, Samatans, and Tamkana Shayores.
And Buddha said, so this is my experience, and this is the realizations that I gained through doing this and so forth, but you don't have to accept just because you respect me. You have to check it yourself. You can check it yourself and see whether it is true or not. If it's true, then you can practice it. If not, you don't have to. So he has given us the choice, whether to practice or not. So he said just to check the teaching, just like we check a gold, right? When we buy a gold, we check it thoroughly, right? Whether it's pure gold or not. So just like that, we should check his teachings.
Do you anyone gold business? No? How about diamond? No? Oh, you guys not business person. Anyway,
and so whether it's a gold or diamond or any kind of valuable thing that we buy, we always check it thoroughly, right, before we buy it. So Buddha gave these teachings through his experiences. I had this kind of experience, I had this kind of generation of the mind, and so whether it is true or not for you, then you can check it yourself. So other advice the Buddha gave is to benefit others, if not, then at least not to cause harm to them. And so that becomes that's a very crucial point. So why you should not cause harm to others is because you are related with others. In many ways, you are related with others, therefore you should not cause harm to them. And so the kind of relationship that we have is that they have provided so much benefit to us. They have helped us so many times, right? And so therefore somebody who helped you, you should not harm to them. And so generally when we talk, we say the parents are very kind to us, and and also the children are kind to parents, right? So it can be vice versa. So they both are related with each other, right? And so if we cause harm, to someone or fight with someone who benefits us, then that's not good, right?
And then you think that the day carriage and I do you want to some Gadun Samsam Sosu Kansama Lamdon Dogumendo, Sosu Kancha, the Yaboyumando, Kanji, Sosu Kanga Ram, and take those, Tendanga Kuro Sado on the Lapcho was.
And so sometimes we can say, oh, it is okay for me to get angry because things doesn't turn out to be the way I want. Sometimes I don't get success in what I want to do, and sometimes people don't listen to me, so I can get angry. That's okay for me to get. We can think like that. We might think like that, right? And we always blame on someone else, right? When something bad happens to us, we always blame on someone else. And say, oh, because of him, because of her, because of such and such things. Then we say, oh, this bad thing happened to me. Therefore, I get angry towards them. And so what Buddha is teaching us is that it's not caused by others. The unhappiness that we are experiencing is not caused by others. And so, so everything that's component, right? Compounded, has cause and conditions, right? So it all depends on cause and condition. Nothing just comes by itself without any, without depending on the cause and conditions. And so if we talk about the religion again, in religion terms, we talk about karma, the karma and action. But in the general world, we can talk about cause and effects. And so who created those causes and conditions? And causes and conditions are also created by ourselves. Because we created the cause, therefore we experience the result. So for example, like the snow in the winter. Why does snow fall in the winter? And the rain in the summer. Right? So is that created by somebody? Okay, so this is going to be winter, and we're going to have a rain. I mean, the snow, and this is going to be summer or monsoon, and then we're going to have rain at this time. Was it created by somebody? So because of many causes and conditions coming together and changing the climates, then that happens, so winter and summer and like that, right? So it all came about, right? Came about because of all these different causes and conditions coming together. So like in America, it's very strange, right? The Florida is very good weather now, right? Very warm, night, hot, warm. It's very close from each other, right? Like Boston and Florida, very close. Not very far away.
Oh, it's far away? How many hours? 2-3 hours flight, right? It's not bad, not that far away, not different countries. You don't say. In a country, Telechile, Namshi Chewa was. No country that I know Samatana. Not a Namshi that some of the Ketanga, the coach, the Chendo, Sobata, Namshi, Lapa, and Rotata, such million George to the younger.
So anyway, whether it's strange or not, but there's a difference, right? So difference in the weather, like Florida very hot, Boston very cold at this time. So what is it that made it hot over there and cold over here? And so this is all cause and conditions, right? All the cause and conditions coming together, made it happen that way.
Okay. And it
and just like that, also some people are very successful, and some people not successful at all.
Sure. And the Pamachi doing a pony and a poor sort of matters of that crow. But pony and a Pamitata, Chiba, Lojota, Chiba, Kunzu, Reva Chibana, Yachon, Susan was.
And so that happens even in one family, right? Within, in one family, by one parent, right? So if there are two children, they are born from the same parents, and they were both brought up at the same time. I mean, in the same way, given them same condition, for the study and everything, but they can be very different, right?
Sure. I think one of the Lolo Chewa in a Lapachina, Puchasa, and the Chibachu Pekaka was.
And even in the same school, all the students, they all study very hard, but it's like almost impossible for everybody to be in the same grade, right?
Like Indian method may be difficult. Sometimes you have to give the numbers. Okay, yeah, they're very similar. Which was number A plus A something, you know. But they was
So very, very, very rare, to have everybody doing same, right? So in Buddhism, we talk about karma. It's our karma that makes us different from others, right? So when did we create karma? Could be this life, right? Or could be in the previous life. So because in Buddhism, we talk about past lives, future lives. So in the past life, we have done something, that makes us, to be able to have good mark or bad mark in this lifetime.
And the book has a pay, was makeup channel, Chamagot. Kaji on the makeup channel, that don't be kind of Papa was.
And so some people, from the time they were born, they were very beautiful. They don't have to put any makeups on them. Right? Now some people, they have to put too much makeup that you feel like there's another skin on top of your skin.
Red, some people are very red. You can see that different skin there. You have a problem in the morning, put this skin, or no, this is not skin, you put so many things, so many layers. Put one, then again put one. The evening you have to take down one, takes 1 hour, both. Can you three children, the country, car, other than then meet Todachi, teaching, booming them, Michas on some chipa, sopta chipa, number chipa, something you might say.
And so there's a difference like that, right? So even if there are like 100 people, 1,000 people, or 100,000 people in this room, to have everybody to have exactly the same thought, the same appearance and the same behavior, same mentality is impossible, right?
that Tandaba Terrace, Tandaba Terrace, also number it are in Hijari or Resro. That is a missing Tagoro, Masoda, Casa of Janato, Pachumo, so was. Ditching Pachumo, so was. Namjuna Lucilla Pachuchela, Puchim Timber, Lucilla Pachucho, so do. That's the lesson Chichena. That's what touching about some to cheap, but telling to cheap by your Sibaretro.
So that's how it is until now. Everybody's different. A different appearance, different thoughts, different look, and all these things, right? But in the future, we don't know what's going to be like, right? So recently, you might have heard the news in China, and they have created cows, with one substance. With one substance, they created many cows. So usually, the cows give birth only once a year. Right? Now they give 10 times a year. They give birth 10 times a year.
That is a condition that we have to think about it. That thing put to ya Kandayorista. Kanga Sota Chiba, Terin to Chiba, Namjur Chiba, Mazopena Chala Mishina Ziko, Penandendo Chenako, Sota Chiba, Cheju Chiba, Chanayogaba, Tenaji China.
And so until now it's different, right? So everybody's different. But if you are created in that way, then everybody can be same. Like the same look, same mentality, same thought like that, right? And so it's just like, we create this cup. When you create a cup, the cup, you can make it exactly look same, right? You can have all, like what's called a mass production, of a cup. They will all look exactly the same color, same shape, all these things. So it can be like that also. So in terms of the sentient beings, this is just a material thing, right? So in terms of sentient beings, it's not possible, for that to happen. So Buddhism, that's what we accept. We believe or accept. So that's because each person have different way of doing the things. So when we do the things in different way, we create different causes for ourselves, right? So we are creating different substance, for us to be what kind of person in the future. So just like if you use different substances, it would not be same.
Okay?
So and so it depends on how when the child is born. For example, like when the child is born, it depends on the parents, right? And then the parents, whether they have a perfect womb, the fertilizer, everything has to be perfect, right? And sometimes even if they have all these physical conditions perfect, still they don't conceive, right? So why is that? Right? So it doesn't mean that every time a man and woman sleep together, they will produce a child. Doesn't mean like that, right?
그래서 나니 장보를 무시 된다. 마인을 랍게 한 소리가 송송스. 근데 되게 되어야 가는 들이받을 때문에 파티 송스. 근데 그도 대차와요 말라서. 대차와 매와대 다 결로들랑 가서 미만도 고 렌데세시. 그 여기 딱된 거 송송스.
And so we don't have an answer for that, right? So scientifically you cannot prove. Why is that, right? So during the Mind and Science conference, with His Holiness the Lama, the scientists asked him this question, and he said, yes, that's true. That's why there's something more powerful, which we call imprint of the karma. Behind that, which is invisible, it's not a material thing, it's invisible, something behind there, that creates the cause for us to have or not have child. And so, but again, how you can create with one substance, of the cow, you create many like cows like that. I don't know how that happens.
Okay, today kanji nambe ge lende se jinde se kene go digo kanji let mite karo ke ya boda tena ani ko lamba kawando do mulo ta tila pari ore so.
And so in Buddhism we talk about the karma, the karmic law of cause and effect, and whether we're going to have a good life or not, a good person or not, depends on what kind of karma we have created in the past.
And
so, like you youngsters, you are born in this country. Right? It's a very good country, very good conditions of schools and so forth. I don't know. Do you feel like you are in a very great country?
Right.
And so many people immigrate here. So the immigrations, they know how great it is here. Right? So many people, they come from other countries to live in here. So we all think that this country is great. Right? The immigrants, we all think that this country is great. But after we've been here, then we complain again. So many things about this country. And so you are born here in this great country, and you have all these great conditions, facilities, to go to schools and so forth. You have created a karma, in the previous life, to be born here and to have all these incredible situations. And so you have a very good school, a good teacher. So now it all falls on you. From your side, you have to work really hard to study. And so here you have very good facilities, right? Good conditions. Like in India, there's like when I was last time visiting India, I saw this a parent, right, a mother and father with 5-6 children, and all of them, they're just beggars. They're begging on the street. Right? They have no place to live. Of course, no good conditions at all, just like that. It's very strange, right? People like that also have even more children. And so you should study hard, study well, and also have a good motivation. It says, I want to become a great person to benefit the whole world. So therefore I'm going to study. So you carry that kind of good motivation.
Okay? Don't study like I study English, okay? When I study English, I ask her to homework to do another people. If no one help me, then I go to class, then I just copy that from when they write. It makes you're so lazy, then it makes me you are. Therefore my English is the best English, no one understands here, You have to special person to understand my English. Anyway, like that,
and so it is very good that you are studying this guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life. This is a very important thing to study and learn about.
Okay,
So generally, any kind of knowledge is very good, right? So more knowledge you have, more ignorance you will eliminate. And so if you eliminate the ignorance, then you will not make the mistake. We make mistake because we're ignorant.
Although some
So there's nobody who makes mistake intentionally, right? Say, okay, I'm going to make this mistake today. Nobody thinks like that when they make mistake, right?
We taught our best. No one thinks I'm going to angry today. Yes? No, right? No one thinks, oh, today I want to get mad at my mom. No. No one thinks today I want to get, bad things. But it's our ignorance, because ignorance, just someone just comes, then just we have to follow that. It's a very strange person. We call karma, or we call delusion. Therefore, whatever we learn, we are free from their delusion. Like example, you guys don't know Tibetan, right? I have very bad words for you guys, Tibetan. You have no idea what he talks about. Right? Therefore, ignorance makes for
and so because of not knowing or the ignorance, we experience suffering. So all the sufferings come from ignorance.
Okay? And then dunga kanji kam mende wadra ngado dunga thigese. Dunga ya chi kamba igi rumba dabgo da mota dabgo da mares. So kam mende wadra dunga.
So anything we don't wish for is suffering, right? That's suffering. The suffering doesn't have to be like collapsing of a house or crashing of a car like that, right? It doesn't have to be like that.
It's long time ago. one college girl, we went to see the Dalai Lama's speech in the car. He gives speech at the Gillette Stadium. From here to Gillette Stadium, how long? 1 hour?
Gillette Stadium? In Foxborough?
Yeah, all right. We in the car, the one college girl, then we talk about suffering. Then she said, I don't have any suffering, She said, I'm fine. Then we talk more. Then she said, oh, this doesn't work. I want that. Doesn't work. I don't want that. It is a suffering that we don't, identify what's suffering, right? But then is okay. Now I'm talking too much. Anyway, therefore, always study is very important. Then, if you study this, you can put into practice. Try to that way. It's very good. Okay. It's not like you study like, history. You read book like live that. We have nothing to practice. Not like that. In study Buddhism is, whatever we learn something, we try to their way. They say, okay, don't be angry. Then we try to not angry. We say, oh, I'm not angry. We just play that. It doesn't work. You need to think about reason why I cannot angry. Then why I'm angry. I'm angry also, I'm a very angry person. I'm not saying you guys angry, oh, I'm the perfect person, not like that. I'm very short-tempered person, When I was in monastery, the small kids, also the young monks. Have you guys saw the young monks, young kids? One day I beat them, we beat sometimes. We also, good things we pray. Om Pam. Secondly, we also be beat. One day, the kids are running. They very naughty. I just beat them. I told you like that. I hit the fan. I didn't hit the kids. I hit the fan. All my malas are gone. Because my angry, I lost my mala. Right? The kids, they run away, but I lost my mala. All gone. Then I'm the second fellow. The malas are gone to first fellow. The kids run there, then they pick up after they bring back like this. Yeah. It's really cute. Like that, I'm control the anger, I lost my mala like that. Like that, and the anger is very bad. Therefore, I'm not saying, oh, I'm the very good person, you guys are not very good, not like that. We all same. We all come to the delusion that we have a lot of problems. Therefore, always try to happy, relax, peace, open mind is very important, okay? Understand the reality.
And so if we know the reality, the real thing, then we'll not have the problem, we'll not face the problem.
Okay. Okay, now I'm talking too much this bit. We are going to the book, okay? Otherwise, last week we didn't go to the book. Today not a good book, then we just skip the book.
And so last time we were talking about the Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life, the 6th chapter, and I think we talked about the verse 85, right? So today is 86.
Okay. I hope the kids also get some idea what they talk about Buddhism. Also you study the book, this, go back home. Also someday you have time to read. Okay? It's wonderful. Then here,
so it's talking about we should not be angry at others, or should not be jealous with others' happinesses. So if we have the text, let's read it together. The verse 86. Not only do you not repent for sins you have committed, but you also wish to compete with others who have performed virtues. And so in Buddhism, we believe in leaving imprints in our mind. So by reading the scriptures like this, we leave imprint in our mind. So some people, they're very smart or intelligent, right? They learn very quickly. And some people, they're very dull. They couldn't learn at all. Why is like that? So something, when you have already gone through that thing and then you see it next time, it's very easy, right, for you to understand. It's familiar. You're already familiar with that. It's easy and for you to understand and learn, So just like that, in Buddhism, we believe in the karmic imprint. So if you have gone through this before, and you in your previous lives, and you're going through this now, then it's very easy for you to learn. So what this verse is saying is that we all want to have the name and fame, right? We want to be a famous person. We want to have big names, right? And sometimes when we don't have that name and fame, when we don't get that name and fame, then we think others caused us, others hindered us from gaining those names and fame. And so when we don't have those success or name and fame and so forth, we get angry or we blame on others, right? Saying that, because of such and such, I'm not getting those names and fame and success and so forth. But it's not that. It's because of our own negative karma, right? Negative karma that we have created, that we are not able to achieve those success, the name and fame. And so we should repent on the negative karma that we've created. It is the result of my negative karma that I'm not able to have this. So we should repent. I should not have created those negative karma. Should repent on the negative karma that we've created in the past. And then when we see success in others, name and fame in others, we feel jealous. Right? We say, and we become angry and we feel jealous. We don't like that, that they have all those name and fame and success. And then again, we think that the others, they have that, it's because of their virtuous action. We created non-virtuous action, therefore we are not able to have success. And they are able to have success and name and fame because they created virtuous action. So instead of being jealous with them, we should rejoice, that they have created those kind of virtuous action which allowed them to have success, name and fame now.
Tadi kada michi mi lambu chimbo na yabo na telangana so de rejoice chena ngado susu sema machi wa yongo mares. Tema jo kola ya jeliti chena ngado susu sema machi wa yongo. Tende eza ta kola jeliti machi le jinsi so te tukudu was.
So we're saying that we should not be jealous with others. Instead, we should rejoice. So the difference is that if we are jealous, we're unhappy. And if we rejoice, then we're happy, right? So what do we want? We want happiness. Therefore, we should rejoice in others.
Tende eza reves. Ngado jalan mi shemba jalan chado sana ngado kiwa shara ma yongo was. Tende chendo nyamnyo yowes.
So is that true that when we become jealous, with others, then we become unhappy? Is that true?
Ngado laptra yimba na re. Lega jesa yimba na re. Ne karo chi. Soso chala chi nyowa na kanji tane mi shemba dala soso jali de chewa na jali takto de chet sabade soso sembala chi dodon do chi chade gres.
So whether it's in school or whether it's in the workplace or whether among the friends, when we are buying the things, right? So when somebody has a better thing, you feel jealous. He has a better car or a better house, and then you feel jealous, right? So the moment we have that jealousy, we feel unhappy. Is that right?
But I laptop because thing on you chores. But also laptop nalaya competition chess put euros.
So in the school also, the students, right? They compete with each other, right? I say, I want to be better than that. I want to have a higher grade and so forth like that, right?
Then the team meeting told you something on the symbology. Get chairman on the
and so somebody who's doing better than us in the school, if we are jealous with that person, then we feel unhappy, right? So even if the moment we see that person, the moment we sight that person, right? And so we feel unhappy because we are jealous about their success and their higher marks.
That's also trouble. They are pushing gonna Koyaborina, Madu tell a Gawachero, Nadu Gawachero, Koyabu Kasi, you are thinking on the Toto man and symbol like Mares.
And so then when we see somebody who we like doing good, then we feel happy for them, right? Somebody who's who we like, when they do good, we feel happy for them. That's called rejoicing, right? That's rejoicing. So if you feel happy for them, then you're also happy, right? When you are happy for them, for their success, for their higher marks, then you feel happy also.
Right? And then there's a calico competition going over.
So sometimes, of course, it is difficult, to apply these teachings into practice because sometimes we feel like we do need competition, right? But in reality, what does it give us? Does it give us happiness or suffering? It gives us suffering, right? When you feel jealous, it gives us suffering. So therefore, we don't want to have suffering. Therefore, we should avoid being jealous. And so anyway, in verse 86, what we should understand is that we should not be jealous with others' prosperities. Because if we feel jealous with others' prosperities, then we will not be happy. We'll be the one not to feel happy. So let's read the verse 37 now. If something unpleasant happens to your enemy, will your satisfaction make it happen again? It will not happen merely due to your desire without a cause. So the thing is that when we see suffering in our enemies, we feel happy. And so somebody who sees their suffering, I feel angry with them. So to be honest, we do feel that, right? We do feel like when someone that we don't like, fails or become unsuccessful, then we feel like a little bit of happiness, right? So when they're unsuccessful or when they fail, then we feel happy, right? In somewhere inside our mind, we feel, oh, that's very good that he failed. We feel like that, right?
된다래. 근데 가때 다시 막아나가. 내가 제가 지죠. 근데 다들 약간으로 들어도 동아전에 절대 가로. 저한테 가야 가는데 없어.
So just like you said, if something unpleasant happens to your enemy, will your satisfaction make it happen again? Right? So anyway, so if something unpleasant happens to your enemy, what is there to be happy about it?
아니 저런 게 예문 점진에 되려면 저 말했어. 저런 거 콜 두고 쇼 산다나 그 두고 말했어.
And so, so just by your thinking or wishing for them to be unhappy, it will not make them unhappy. Right? That's what it says. It will not happen merely due to your desire.
그리고 근데 뒤가 있는 뒤 저런 생각 집어넣어 잘 어렸어. 진짜 저런 막가 힘이 코피에 섹스로 저런으로 헛지고 있는. 저런데 콜에 저도 사고는 저런 집어넣으면 맞지는 대대가 용요 작을했어.
So even if you wish, for them to be unhappy, it will not make them unhappy, right? But it will make you unhappy. Right? Your wishing them to be unhappy, will make you unhappy. Yeah. So therefore, we shouldn't have that wish wanting others to be unhappy. So do you have that kind of feeling? Normally, sometimes? So someone who we think of as our enemy, if something bad happens to them, then we feel happy, right? We feel like, oh, that's very good, it happened.
Okay.
So normally, ordinary people like ourselves, we feel like that, but that's wrong, right? So you should not feel like that, should not think like that. And let's read the verse 88 now. So, and verse 89 together. And even if it is brought about your desire, would you find happiness in this suffering? Even if there were advantage in it for you, what others' disadvantage would come out of it? For this horrible fishhook is cast by the fisherman, the mental afflictions, from whom the guidance of health will buy you and will stew you in eternal cauldrons. And so someone who causes problem to you, you should not feel happy when they are in problem. So that's just like I said, even if it is brought about by your desire, would you find happiness in his suffering? And so, like I said, if you just wish, for others to be unhappy or pray for them to be unhappy, I says, may they be not happy like that, and say that then because and they do, experience some kind of sufferings, and how will that help you? So then it's saying that if you wish for them to be unhappy and then they become unhappy, and that's very bad. That's the worst thing for you to happen, because then you're creating so much negative karma from that. That's what it's saying when it says. So even if there were advantage in it, for you, what other disadvantage would come out of it? So there's no worse disadvantage than that for you. So when you wish, for others to be happy, and through that, they do become unhappy, then then you are creating very serious negative karma for yourself. So it's giving an example of the fish hook, right? So if the fish catches the fish, then fish will experience suffering, a lot of sufferings. And then when it's out of the water, when you pull out of the water with that fish hook, then the fish will die. So that's the fish hook. So this thought of wanting others to be unhappy or praying for others to be unhappy is like a fish hook for us. So which will bring us to the sufferings. So just like it is said that there is no sin or no serious negative karma like a hatred, and that there's no austerities or hardship like patience. Fish hook?
Fish hook? Fish hook, the power you need yet Sunday, and the Tanyati can get Tesole. Takalo. She do it in Tangi was. Nando Shadangi, Takapa to you on the and the Teletene, Nando, and the Duma, and the part to do your rest.
So just like the fish hook will catch the fish and pull it out of the water and cause a lot of suffering and death. And so just like that, our delusion, the thought, wanting others to be unhappy or praying for others to be unhappy, it's just like that. Just like like that fish hook, that hooks us, into the sufferings or into the lower realms. So anyway, so don't have this ill will, like wanting others to be unhappy. So don't have that thought, that ill will, towards others. So do you think people have ill will in this country?
Yes, no. Nando Pele, and Nandola Push, James
So there's a saying in Tibet, about ill will. So that's like they always wish they say, may I have a son in my family, and may they have in my neighbor, may my neighbors have a daughter in their family. So in the ancient, not very ancient, in some countries it still feels like that. It's better to have a son than a daughter. They feel like that. So there's this custom of people in some country looking in that way, thinking that being and having a son in the family and is better than having a daughter. So it will become an ill will, wanting them to have a daughter, saying that may they have a daughter in their family, and may I have a son in my family. But in reality, in this world, whether there will be a peace or not, or even in just one family, whether there will be peace or not in the family, depends a lot on the mother or the woman of the family. So like, in Tibet or maybe here also, like if there is a mother, of the family in the house, then house feels warm. Right? You feel like a house. But if the mother is not there in the house, then you feel very cold. Like no, it doesn't feel like a house anymore. And so so it depends on a woman, right? The woman of the house, whether the house will feel like a really house or not. If you are feeling of a house or not, it depends on whether the woman of the house is there or not. But people's this thought, negative thought, thinking that women are bad or girls are bad. So therefore they wish not to have a girl in their family, wish others to have girl in their family. So that was like long time ago. Now I don't think they have this kind of custom anymore at this time. So His Holiness also said that if there will be more women leaders in the world, there will be more peace. There's a possibility of having more peace. So from the way the biological, the structure of the human beings, the women, they have more like just from there they're more sensitive and sensible and more caring or compassionate towards others. So like in Tibet, it's not possible to find a woman, a butcher, woman butcher, killing animals to sell. It's impossible to find. Is there a butcher, female butcher here in this country?
Yes, maybe. In a pomu is
so they're more sensitive. They couldn't dare to kill or take the life of others. They have so much love and compassion for others. They couldn't do that. So by nature, they have more affectionate love than the man. And so His Holiness also mentioned that it's his mother, who has been his best teacher for generating compassion.
Maybe I talk a little bit short story. My family has 10 children. 10 children. I don't know, maybe I'm 4 or 5 something. Really, I don't really remember. They were usually I'm the cow keeper, yak keeper, yak. We have maybe, with the yak keeper, maybe we have like about 150 yaks days, male and female. We have to morning, get up early morning, then take them to all the mountains, then evening come back. Sometimes we lost, some yaks go to the wrong direction, they don't want to come back, Then we come back, you get a punishment parents. Well, such as the yaks not here, where you put? I don't know where they're gone, right? Then my father, threw up anything what we found. Some piece of rock, or maybe, in the winter time, the cows, drunk become very hard, become frozen, like piece of rock. Then he just threw up what we found. Go get away, the cows, he just threw me. My mother, he jumped between there.
She.
And I never forgot this. I always remember that. This really, even some, she also wanted that the cows all come together. But she doesn't want my father hit me. He protects for whatever throw, she protects that. Bodyguards, right? Bodyguards have to protect for before they hit the man. No, this is my own experience, The mothers have always very strong compassion. Sometimes they complain, but they're not really angry with them. Therefore, His Holiness Lama, say, if all the leaders become female, it's possible to become peace war. It really makes sense, right? The men's a little bit more tough, of course there's some bad ladies, strange ladies, this everywhere, I'm not saying all the men's are bad, The men's like that.
So from the biological structure, so they have this little bit of hard, tough, right?
Therefore, hard walking, right? Men's are very hard walking. Of course, men have a good heart. I'm not against the men. But females are more compassion, loving kindness, more developed that. Therefore, why have to talk about this? No, I lost the connection. Anyway.
No sense.
Therefore,
so anyway, we were talking about the ill will, right? So wanting, to have a girl born in the neighborhood, themselves, right? And so anyway, so the most important thing is to not have that kind of ill will towards others.
Okay. Something to do social sema macho when kadena kadina social ya sema jiwo manu kadina peace manu samelo ji sema jiwo tab dewa wanga zo rewa yor was te yo social mun tab ma tong ko re kadina pachu bugde no ma re
And so it's important to not have that ill will. So always have good thought about others. So not to have that kind of ill will, especially.
Right? Do you think the peace, we can buy the peace on the Google? We go to buy the Amazon.com? Now the Amazon, they develop everything, right? Even the food they can deliver. Yeah. But peace they cannot deliver. We can find Google, whatever we want. If you do spelling right, they can find, right? But peace we cannot find. Even there's a peace, they're not really peace. Therefore we have to peace start our own. We say, okay, maybe other people give me peace. They don't give you peace. Peace start yourself. And you're the family member, or you're the, classmates. If you peace, then you can peace the other people with peace. Then they can other people peace. Then more and more peace. Like, we have one neighbor, very peace neighbor. Everyone will come to, beautiful neighbors. No complaint. The neighbors complain all the time. Then we are always uncomfortable. Or someone do that. Oh, they're coming. Oh, my neighbors are coming. Right? We don't want like that. We need to know everyone. He say, he's there. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He don't complain anytime. If someone says, he's coming, then everyone just a little bit uncomfortable. Then they don't want to talk with you. They just, okay, maybe they say, you're nice. You looks good. Their mouth said that their mind just gave you. I don't want to talk with them. This we create this. No one create. Okay? The main purpose, happy, relax, open mind. Okay? This is very important. And also try to understand the reality or the phenomenal things. Okay? I think this is my talk. Do we have any questions? The kids have some questions?
I find that when someone is saying something that's unjust and it brings up anger, if I don't say something or if I don't speak up, and sometimes showing that anger, then that person will get away with more injustice they're perpetrating. So how do you remain compassionate or try to find something to be calm in that situation?
누가라고 쳐봐이나? 딱딱 많이 쳐봐이나? 딱딱 많이 다 템도 템도 많이 쳐봐이나? 되는 거 아주 컨트롤 안 그러다. 컨트롤사는 파 말라봐이나? 말라봐이나 컨트롤 되는 데 쳐봐도 컨트롤 쳐봐도 딱다려서는 바로 கொஞ்சம் 타고 그랬어. 다 되는 거 되는 말 되는 많이 와셔도 되는 간대전 가서 가르쳐 버렸어.
대라 대가도 대장 저거 빼는 것이 뭐랬어. 만주 저거 공부해서 난 만주 야도까지는 되게 오는 또 대말했어. 근데 갑라야 공도 마사바치 콜라르트 당고랬어.
So it doesn't mean that's a very good question. Like we always think that when you think about being patient, we think like we just have to be quiet and sit there and just take whatever comes to us. It's not like that. The patience, is not becoming angry. So if you're patient, means like not becoming. But if somebody is doing injustice to you, then you should respond to that, but without getting angry.
그러나 공도는 파죽으로 팽 말이죠. 수수고 아니 파피스 냠도 와다 수수 랍고에도 랍도 말이 제거도 제도 말 공사 되나?
So if you are angry, you might act with anger, right? And then you might not say what you are supposed to say. But if you are not angry and then you are, with a good mind, then you can speak to the person in the right way that can help the person.
Also His Holiness mentioned sometimes, when you get angry, even your punishment, the Tibetan tradition, they fight this. This is the weapon, they fight like this. You guys fight like this, right? The Tibetan tradition, they fight that, and His Holiness always, with a joke. He said, when you're angry, if you want to hit others, then you cannot hit the right place. Maybe here. If you're not angry, you want to hit, you can hit the right place. Like that. Therefore, without angry, you can respond whatever the problems. You know? We don't say, whatever they do, okay, I'm the patient, just not like that. Okay? Any other questions? Yes.
So you talked a little bit earlier about how anger just arises, right? It just happens, or jealousy just starts. Can you talk a little bit about the antidotes to those? Is it just, other than just be patient, can you talk a little bit more about what are the good antidotes to combat either anger or jealousy?
So whoever that we're getting angry towards, person or thing, I always say, oh, and the person is doing this and this thing because of his ignorance, his delusions. He's controlled by his delusions also, so that's why he's acting in that way. If we think like that, then our anger will not burst. So we never, most of the time, we don't think that, oh, they did it unintentionally, they did it mistakenly, they said it mistakenly or unintentionally. We never think like that. We always think, oh, he did it intentionally. He wanted me to have this problem, so that's why he said like that. We feel like that. And to understand on the other side, to understand the other side, of the person, then you have to, think of your own experience. Do we ever get angry towards others? And when we get angry towards others, do we think I'm going to get angry and we get angry? No, right? So like that, and you can apply example to your own experience. So you don't have that intention, right? You don't think that, oh, I'm going to get angry and that's when you get angry like that. It's not like that. It's just from the way you speak, from where you, act, or from where you show your expression to others, they become angry. Right? So because of that. So it's not because you had that intention. So because of where we think, we become different from others, right? So our views, of the things doesn't get along. We don't get along in terms of the view with others, right? But in our mind, we think the way I'm doing is the best. We always think that what I'm doing is the best, but it doesn't, fit, with others, and they become angry with us. Is it like that? So that's the reality, right? But we always, blame on others, saying that, oh, they did it intentionally like that. So if we are able to think it that way, so, oh, he's not to be blamed, he did it out of jealousy, out of delusions or ignorance like that, and then the anger can be subsided. And of course, it's not easy to do that, but we have to practice. Keep on practicing more and more, and as we do more, then we become more familiar with that, and then it will become easier later. And so we have to understand that. If we just, if we don't understand that, if we don't, think in that way, then it will not happen, right? So we have to think in that way, and then it will be easier, for us to apply that. So we have to understand that and then think in that way. Otherwise, if we just think, just pray, to the Buddha, to Tara, and say, oh, through their blessing, one day I will be, a person with no anger at all. That's not happening. I forgot the name of that thing, what do you call that? Huh? You have to think a lot, right? You can't just, match all the colors in one place, easily. So you have to turn here, turn there, so you have to do that to bring it, all in same, all the colors in same side.
Okay, today tanda suzu shambada nijeng de cha shedan su je ma che parla samno yawo tanda ngazo ale te yungdo wa te za yungdo wa so semradana ani te kaya tabde yungres.
And so same with all these thoughts, like of the compassion, love, and jealousy. It's all depends on how we think about it, right? So you say, oh, it's like that because of that, it's like that, and like that. And so if we think about these reasons, why we have that, why we should not have, and that, and so forth, then it will be easier for us to really have those good thoughts and not have those bad thoughts.
And the computer knowledge, the remote of the Nijina, Chanandota Chavashin, the low shura, that the much of get chin, Tango, Indi Machanda could get your Pelechina, Tuchin, Pechin, Kushatelamuna, Kotata, Majana, Kumpuru was.
So just like, when you're drawing art in the computer, you have all these different tools, right? In the computer, on the screen, you see the tools. You have to know which tools makes which, lines and curves and all these things, right? So you have to know. If you know that, then you can just click on that, and then you'll be able to make the art very nicely. Otherwise, if you don't know, then you just click on this and that, and you never get the art the way you want it.
You know that one monk, he don't speak any English. But he's very smart. He watch like Jennifer, she doing something, the computer. He looking one time, he memorize. He the movie down. That's it was a pay of good degrees.
He just memorized these tools. He knows how to make the videos and movies, from the computer very well, but he doesn't speak any English at all.
Also, he doesn't read the English. Like they memorize. But like me, I was come first from here. And don't you give me the old computer, then I just pick up, click. You have to every day fix. Because I click so many different ways, they're stuck. It's very big difference. You understand the reality or you don't know, just try. Big difference. Therefore, jealousy, angry, attachment, the compassion, loving kindness, they all work together. Okay, how they work, you have to understand reality, then it's easy. But for us, we just pray. I don't want to agree, pray. I don't want to get mad, just pray, it doesn't work, right? Then we need to just action. Okay? Any other questions? Okay.
What can you do about anger or judgment towards yourself?
That's a difficult question. I don't know. I'm so control like it was. That they should also tiny Jatan Ramana Momboy as well. And the Tinjikablaya, so Melebe, so ching, dream of short target. That they take a layer, so do you be sure about ours. So the Lakadiabo Yongo, so the Cocho, Rosa, Cherry, the Nicola Patana, the Chondores.
So we talked about this before, about the term that we use, becoming angry at yourself, hating myself, like that, So in Tibetan, we don't really use that, so it's really difficult to get that concept about how you can become angry at yourself. Because the thought about becoming angry at yourself means like you don't like yourself, or you want to cause harm to yourself, like that. And so that's very strange, for Tibetans to think in that way. But anyway, when we think about I'm angry with myself, then it's like you see something bad in yourself. Right? So then you can think of, say, oh, how can I amend that? How can I fix that? So if you can fix that, and then not get angry. Or then think about, so, oh, okay, so I did this way, that way, but I can do this way and fix it, and like that. And then that way you don't get angry towards yourself.
근데 소소가 지금 내가 야보치 않고 로종 야보치 않고 지금 되게 좋고 소소가 레벨 좋다는 그것도 마찬가지로 그래서.
So sometimes we relate that with the repent, like, oh, I didn't study well, so therefore I didn't get a good mark, so therefore I'm very angry with myself. Also, therefore, now next time I have to study well. I'm going to study well. So if you make that, make yourself study well, then you don't get angry to yourself like that.
Okay. 아니, 다 간지 돈도 된대가블랑도 간지 소소 생주라고 차요 그랬어. 된대 생주 빠고 그랬어.
And so at that time, usually when we become angry towards ourselves, at that time we are like kind of disappointed with ourselves, right? And so at that time we have like, give a courage to ourselves. And say, oh yes, I can do this, I can fix that, and so forth. Like give a courage, to yourself, and that way you will not become angry at yourself. And then also can think about, the good things that you have done. I say, oh, I did this good thing, that good thing, so I'm not that really bad, so I don't have to be angry at myself. And then also think about others, who are worse than you. I'm not too bad. I know there are so many worse than me.
No, I'm just not talking to you. Just this example, right? Okay.
I was just going to add to that. Is it not about extending compassion to yourself, just like you would to somebody else? So you have to extend that same kindness and compassion to yourself.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I hope you get maybe some small ideas, kids, and try to do much as you can. Okay? Try to be happy, healthy, relaxed, open mind is very important, okay? Okay, thank you. Now my job is finished. The chanting master's job.
I don't think this is on. Oh, it is. Okay. Never mind. All right. Turn to page 39. Saji Peki Junshi Meto from Rabling Ji Ni Degam Padi Sangye Jingdu Meteo From my two collections, Vast Space, that I have amassed with working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddha's teachings for a very long time. with my heart going out with great compassion, in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children, may all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenre Zig remain in life till samsara's end. Tong Ni Ning Je Zung Du Ju Pe Lam Che Che Sa Tse Gang Chen Ten Dru Gun Chang Na Pe Mo Tenzin Gyatso La So Wa Debzo Ye Dun Lung Dru Show. Okay, page 49. Short, long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tung Sung Chang Jing Jom Gel Gel Wei Tenzin Yom Pel Wei Gunzo Do Po Tse Chong Sung Hu Wei Le Mun Tu Dru Pa Dag So Tu Je Gundu Zap Ten Sho. Your form embodies all Buddhas. Your nature is that of Vajradhara. You are the root of the three jewels. Homage to you, O Gurus. In short, I seek your blessings, O Protector, to be cared for by you from birth unremittingly throughout all my lives, and thus to become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O Protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me to be foremost among your very first circle of disciples, wherever you manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes, without exception, may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma, by completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Furthermore, in life after life, may I, pleasing him in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished Mahayana spiritual master, the source of every virtue of this world and beyond. In his care, may I acquire in him a firm, unshakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing even for an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life belief in cause and effect, renunciation, the Bodhi mind, and the pure view, may I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. In every life, may every virtuous act gathered by way of body, speech, and mind be causes solely for the welfare of others and for the purest and highest enlightenment. Page 57. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it wear page 75. Me me te we te chen chen re zig 3 me kem pe wang po jam pel yang gang chen ke pe ken song ka pa lok sandra pe zabla so wa dev.
Thank you very much, Geshe. We have a busy week coming up. We have this coming Wednesday, Geshe will be teaching. The topic this week is going to be on daily practice. And specific reference as well on meditation practices, and so that will be our class on Wednesday. Then on Saturday we've got a Guru Puja at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, so that's next week Saturday. And then next week Sunday, right after class, whoever can be here and can help, please, we are doing cleaning for Losar celebration. So Losar is the Tibetan New Year, and with that you want to come into your year with your house completely clean and everything clean. So we clean the gompa, we take down these, the kangyur and the tengyur, we take them down, we dust them. So it's a big event. There's a lot of work to do, vacuuming and dusting and everything. So anyone who could stay, please stay afterwards. That'll be tomorrow, next week after class. There will be, we'll gather, get everyone going, and then there'll be food as well. So there'll be pizza and salad and whatever else we figure out. So that's it. So that's next Sunday. Then we have coming up in April. April is going to be a very busy month. We have, Losar celebration is on the 16th. It's a Thursday, Friday. Yeah, February 16th. So on that day we'll have a Guru Puja at 6 in the evening, 5:30 in the afternoon we'll do a talk about Lama Yeshe. Since Lama Yeshe is one of the founders of the FPMT, on Losar, which is the day in which he manifested passing away in 1986, I believe. And in any case, so that's when we commemorate his life and celebrate his life. So there'll be a talk on that as well as 5:30 in the afternoon on that Friday. Then we've got in April coming up, April 3rd to 9th, Venerable Rubina is going to be here and teaching. And then on April 13 and 14, which is the very next weekend, we've got Professor Robert Thurman, who's going to do a public talk on the Friday and on the Saturday morning as well. And then on the Saturday evening, we've got our special fundraising gala event for the center. It'll be a nice meal, we'll have tickets, and as part of that, Professor Thurman will also be doing a keynote talk. And so we're needing help with volunteering. So anyone who wants to help, please email volunteers@kurukulla.org. We also need help with fundraising for the event, and anyone who wants to contribute anything, we'll have a silent auction. So anyone want to contribute things for that, please speak with Margaret afterwards, and she's kindly helping us with that whole big event. And Sakadawa celebration, the 5th annual Sakadawa celebration, that's coming up, so save the date of June 2nd. That's going to be Saturday, June 2nd from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I'll put that as a save the date out there. The actual Sakadawa day is Tuesday the 29th, so we'll have Sakadawa celebration, the 5th one after that. Yep.
2 new copies have come in for the Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life. If you're still looking to buy one of those, we have it. Oh, lovely. Thank you, Karen. Great.
And the only other thing is if you have 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, there's service offering cards in the hallway on the bulletin board, and just a little task we need to get done at the end of class. So even if you have 1 minute, all time is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Thanks, Geshe.